Saturday afternoon, I've come into the clinic just to tidy up a few bits and pieces, and it gave me the opportunity to make this short video, because although I hate making these videos because well, for various reasons, but I was set a challenge by Hiran Patel of Flawless Feet in London, who is a great guy. Hiran's a fantastic podiatrist and has a couple of wonderful clinics. So if you're in the London area, check out Hiran out and his clinics. But he set me this challenge to make one video a week for 5 weeks, which is great. So I'm very looking forward to seeing Hiran's video go up shortly after this. I wasn't sure what to talk about, but I think we've had such an interesting week that there's a number of things to talk about. I'll keep it general, but it gives us an idea really of the scope of practice within a podiatry practice, as well as all the routine skin and nail care that we normally do. There was quite a number of interesting cases this week. 9 o'clock on Monday morning I came in to someone who had severe calf pain, and that turned out to be a partial rupture of an Achilles. On Wednesday we had a second partial rupture of an Achilles, which was interesting. We had some bad news this week where we had a patient who we'd been managing for a long time, and despite our best efforts and the efforts of the vascular surgeons, has undergone an amputation. And he was someone that I have really grown to have quite a close bond with, and really quite a good patient practitioner relationship with him. So I was really quite sad to hear that, but he'll do well if he can maintain his focus and positive mindset. He'll continue to do well with his prosthesis. But it was sad to hear that he had to go through that this week. But it highlighted for me the two ends of the scale really of what we do, because we would go from maybe a nail care or a routine appointment for skin pathology, and then immediately take a phone call about one of your patients having had an amputation, and then immediately move into a biomechanics assessment or an Achilles problem for someone else. So I think that we've gone through a whole range of skill sets this week. This week just particularly was very highlighted to me about the range of work that we can do in an ordinary week. And we had a case yesterday which was also interesting of toe freak out in and around or near an Achilles, where the patient presented with this huge, hot, very painful swelling to the posterior lateral aspect of his Achilles. And on ultrasound scan we could see there was a huge fluid-filled bursa around that, and some highly reflective material within that mass. So we took some blood from him. The bloods came back about an hour later, so we knew that his uric acid levels were high and his white blood cells were normal, which ruled out any serious infection. But so within an hour or two, he had truncated a 2 or 3 week process to know his diagnosis. So he'll commence his medication on Monday morning from the GP. So that really, I thought that was quite interesting, that this week we've had a lot of the ordinary routine things to keep people mobile, which is what we do day in and day out, but that the week had been sort of peppered with very interesting cases. And one of the things that those cases brought to mind was the importance of having rapid diagnostics. So the use of the ultrasound scanner was fantastic in at least half a dozen cases this week, where we were able to truncate that process down and quickly diagnose them. And while not sonographers, being quite comfortable with the structures that we're looking at and being able to identify normal versus abnormal. So that was really useful. And also having the capacity to run those blood samples as well. It just shortens the entire journey for the patient, and it really lets us perform podiatric medicine to its full remit, which is really, really useful. It's better for us because I feel more fulfilled as a practitioner, but also it's better for the patient to come in and within a couple of hours have a confirmed diagnosis of a disease or a condition. It's fantastic, and I know a lot of you podiatrists will identify with that. So hopefully that's been an interesting roundup. I'm sure there are a couple of more videos to be made from either the amputation patient, if you wanted to know more about him and how he presented, because he'd been managed for a long time, or the toe freak out one. I think is quite an unusual presentation as well. So I'm sure there's a video in that you want to know more about that, you can comment below or message me. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and Hiran, a direct message to you. I'm looking forward to seeing your video very soon. And Angus Shanahan from Food Focus Podiatry in Bournemouth is also part of this pact, so looking forward to seeing that video now. The gauntlet has been laid down, and anyway, have a nice weekend. See you soon.